And okay, anthropology is characterized by the gathering and comparing information from many cultures, times, and places, often in an effort to discover possible underlying similarities and differences. And why do we do that? Well, we have this idea of cultural relativity, which is the idea that differences exist among cultural systems, that different cultural systems can make as much sense as one's own, and that it is possible to learn to understand different cultural systems. So this idea of cultural relativity is the goal of anthropology. It's what drives anthropological research. And cultural relativity is kind of driven by to kind of refute its opposite, which is ethnocentrism. That is, not understanding different systems on their own terms, using one's own cultural system to interpret other cultural systems, and believing that one's own cultural system makes more sense than any other. So anthropology's aim is to challenge the idea that there's one valid way of seeing things, of learning society, of there's one valid method of interpreting the world. Okay, so anthropology has traditionally had four fields of study within itself, which are archaeology or historical anthropology, physical or biological anthropology, cultural anthropology, and linguistic anthropology. How is anthropology holistic? Anthropology is holistic because it is characterized by seeing the whole picture with getting the broadest view possible. In anthropology, this holistic approach refers to the four field tradition. This is a reason why anthropology majors are required to take something within the four fields, including linguistic anthropology, with the understanding that the aim of anthropological knowledge cannot be achieved by looking at only one aspect of the society or culture that you're looking at. You have to look at everything from a whole perspective, and language is an integral part of what makes a culture or society whole. Alright, so what is linguistic anthropology? Defined in its broadest terms, linguistic anthropology is the study of language from an anthropological perspective. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means that you are studying language with the concerns and objectives and aims that drive anthropology as a whole, keeping in mind the information you gather from anthropological research in the other subfields, keeping in mind that you are looking for the whole picture of the society or culture that you're looking at, and also keeping in mind that keeping in mind of cultural relativity um, um, and you are keeping your mind, your eye, kind of your eye out for not becoming trapped into an ethnocentric interpretation of what you're studying. And of course, you are conducting field work to study language. In other words, you are going into the field to gather information from your informants and such. So how is linguistic anthropology different from linguistics? Well, linguistics, it studies language from a more structural point of view without much attention, if any, to cultural contexts of language use. So basically, theoretical linguistics, you would be concerned about discovering universal rules of how words are constructed from um, independent units. You would be concerned about the rules that govern um, the construction of well-formed sentences and whether those rules are universal or not. So those are very abstract concerns that theoretical linguistics is concerned with. But linguistic anthropology is looking at how language works within the context of a given culture or society that you're studying. What does language do within this culture? How do people understand language or certain aspects of language within a culture that you're studying? So as you will see throughout this course, how linguistic anthropologists understand language is very different in terms of the priority it places on its use in cultural and social contexts. Theoretical linguists try to go to the opposite direction, that is to abstract language from its cultural or social uses. So although linguists and linguistic anthropologists study language, quote unquote, we kind of go in opposite directions. Oh, sorry, that's my cat. Um, anyway, this is it for now. I will post. Okay. I will post a following lecture tomorrow, going over the introduction of the Duranty book. But please email me if you have any questions. My email address is jchu@email.arizona.edu, and I hope to get to know you better, and keep in touch. Bye.